Hi dear students, how are you? I think all of you are fine and I would like to offer you welcome to my another online class. Especially this class is for the students of new first year, that is for class 11. That means the students who have been admitted into Katunia Rajbari College this year. So here I am Ranojit Roy. I am Ranojit Roy, lecturer English department, Katunia Rajbari College, and I am taking this class for the students of class 11. How are you, my dear students? I think all of you are well and keeping safe. My dear student, all of you are very much acquainted with different kinds of vehicles that we see running or flying on the roads or streets, and we have the common experience of seeing the drivers, how they are driving the vehicles, what are the components they are using, how they are driving. So I am going today to teach all of you the basic elementary elements or components of driving and what are required to drive safely and perfectly on the streets. Now I am going to teach you a lesson from Unit 4 and Lesson 1. Okay, how to negotiate traffic on the street. Let me at first read this passage only for you to better understand what I am going to teach you today. Okay, when you are in the driving seat of a car, you can have the steering in your hands, the brake and accelerator under your feet, eyes looking ahead, left and right. That means when you are in the driving seat of a car, you must have some essential things that are required to control and to drive a car. And the first thing is steering. Steering is used to move the vehicles towards different direction, and then the brake is used for controlling and the speed of the vehicle, and accelerator is used to accelerate, that is increase the speed of the vehicle, and this brake and the accelerator are seen to be used under the feet of a driver. Then the things that is this is the not this is not the part of the vehicle, it is part of the human beings, that is our eyes, my dear students, and eyes are kept looking ahead, left and right. That means the driver have to keep an alarming or alerting eyes or look at his right, at his left, even at his forward. Okay, my dear students, the same can be said about a motorcycle rider, and the factors are almost the same in case of a motorcycle rider. Then if you observe if you look at a motorcycle rider, then you will also find that he is using a brake, he is using a gear, that means accelerator, and he is also using using his steering, that is his handle, and for this it has been said with some modification, that means with some little sense, these are all very visible, and all these components like steering, like brake, like accelerator, okay, all these components or all these elements of a vehicles are very visible, but behind all there is something that keeps working unseen. But this all these things are not totally the things that can enable a driver to drive a vehicle. Okay, and there is another important thing that is required to drive any kind of or any type of vehicles, and that particular element works invisibly, and that is the central processing unit. In CPU, it is the language of computer, but in case of human body, this CPU is your brain. That is the driver of the brain of a driver. have CPUs are artificially intelligent machines. CPU, here the full meaning of a CPU has been given: central processing unit. C indicates central, P indicates processing, and U indicates unit. CPUs are artificially intelligent machines, and we know CPUs have some intellectual power, but this power is not their own power. This power have been programmed inside them, and for these CPUs are artificially intelligent machines that are programmed to do specific jobs under fixed condition and adjustments. Here, my dear students, you are getting a definition of CPU. You are getting a definition of CPU. CPUs are artificially intelligent machines that are programmed to do specific jobs under fixed conditions and adjustments. That is, CPUs have the ability to do the work, but the work must be specific. That means the CPU must work according to the program installed inside any vehicle, okay, or especially here the computer. But the human brain is intelligent by nature. But if we talk about the human brain, we find that human brain is also intelligent, and CPU is also intelligent. But there is a difference between CPU and a human brain, because human brain can work naturally. It doesn't need any artificial intelligence, but CPU requires an artificial intelligence. That means CPU solely works depending on artificial intelligent power. Okay, look at the blackboard, my dear student. It is the most sophisticated machine that is able to operate on ever changing conditions. And this is indicating human brain. Where human brain is the most sophisticated machine of human body, and this machine can be able to operate on ever changing conditions and standards of judgment. That means if even the conditions become changed, then our human brain can function maintaining the standard of judgment. Our human brain can function maintaining the standard of judgment, and for this it has been said that it is the most sophisticated machine that is able to operate on ever changing condition and standards of judgment. Okay, my dear students, as conditions in the traffic keep invariably changing, this virtue of sophistication of your brain must be at work when you are driving. Here, look here. Here, if you take it in your consideration that the scenario, the conditions, the situations, the positions on the streets, on the roads, on the busy highways always keep changing. Here, the incidents must have variety. The conditions must be variable. Okay, that means a driver can never drive always through the same conditions. He has to drive through different conditions, through a variety of situations and scenarios. And for this, it has been said that a driver or human brain is operate on ever changing condition. And if the human brain if the human brain were unable to operate on ever changing condition, then it would be quite impossible to drive safely on the street with the help of human brain. But we are lucky to be bestowed by Almighty to have such a sophisticated power that we are calling here human brain, that we can can help us very fast and also accurately to adjust with a different situation, with different conditions. And for this, though the situations keep always changing on the street, on the roads or on the highway, but our brain must have the capability of adjusting with this sensible or changing conditions. Okay. So the difference between traffic between uh, traffic in the roads and highways and racing circuit must not be blurring inside. The difference between the traffic in the roads and highways and racing circuit must not be blurring inside you. Okay, my dear student. My dear student, look at me. The difference,
11.
there is a difference between traffic in the roads and highways and traffic in the racing circuit and traffic in the racing circuit. That is in roads and highways driving is more challenging, but in a racing circuit driving is not so much challenging. Yes, that is on the roads and highways, because roads and highways the first priority should be given on safety, but in racing circuit the first and topmost priority should be given on the fast driving. And here a driver needs not encounter any other vehicles, but on the roads and highways there are so many vehicles and pedestrians, passers-by, and even a driver may find some animals roaming or wandering on the road, and he must have to drive maintaining or that is handling or managing all those hazardous troubles on the roads and highways. But in racing circuit, a driver is to try his heart and soul only to drive fast and to reach to his destination as quickly as possible. My dear students, now I would like to inform you about some synonym of the word of the keywords from the passage. Okay, first modification. Look at here. Modification, it is very closely in meaning intersense or alternation or exchange. Intersense, alternation or exchange. Intersense, alternation or exchange. Okay, then the second one is visible, that is optical, direct, inside. What is the meaning visible, my dear students? Optical, direct or inside. Okay, then artificial, that is not natural. We may call it synthetic, we may call it simulated, we may call it unnatural. What may be the other words of artificial, my dear student? Synthetic, simulated, unnatural or intelligent. Okay, then the synonyms of intelligent may be knowledgeable, clever, talented, brainy. What may, and you may also find other synonymous words in the dictionary. If you try to look up the words from the dictionary, it must have been a good habit for you to be well acquainted with the dictionary, because a dictionary is very much important, or a dictionary can play a vital role in the life of the students, especially who are willing to learn a foreign language. Okay, my dear students, because you you may get from there an accepted spelling, the syllable of the words, even the synonyms, sometimes the pictures of the if the words are noun or visible things. Intelligent, knowledgeable, clever, talented, and brainy. Then come here, sophisticated. Sophisticated is funny, follow, unholy. Sophisticated is funny, follow, unholy. Then the word verso, that is merit, quality, grace, excellence. Okay, and you need this type of your skill to solve the problems related to your multiple choice. And you must be asked to make multiple choices from based on the reading of your this scene passes. Okay, and then there may be some short portion, and I would like to show you one or two short portion to practice at home. First one, how is human brain different from other organs? How is human brain different from other organs. My dear students, this our other organs may include our hands, our leg, our ear, our eyes, our nose. Okay, but there is a difference in the working process between brain and other organs. How is human brain different from other organs? Okay, then question number 1. Our other organs work visibly, but our but our brain works invisibly. This is the basic difference between human brain and other organs. Okay, then question number B. How do CPUs and brain differ? How do CPUs use and brain differ? Okay, okay. How do CPUs and brain differ? Question number B. CPUs are artificially intelligent and can work only under fixed conditions, but brain is naturally intelligent and it can function on ever changing conditions. This is the difference.
B.
This is the big difference between CPUs and brain. My dear students, I think you you have come to understand this lesson very well. So we will meet in the next class. Until then, keep safe at home. Thank you, all of you.